We use wood for lots of things, and wood comes from trees. We use wood to build floors with, and doors with. We build fires out of it, we make paper out of it, we make cooking utensils out of it, we play fetch with it. We make shoes out of it. Well, some people do. In the forest, animals use trees to hide in, to hunt from, and for habitat. But have you ever stopped to think about what's inside of a tree that actually helps it grow and survive? Would you like to know more? Join me as we peel back the layers and learn all about what's inside a tree.
Scientists that study trees are called dendrochronologists, and they study tree rings to see what different climates have occurred over the lifetime of the tree. Scientists study the rings of a tree that are still alive by using a core, which has a hole in the middle, and then a spiraled, kind of like a screw, that you put onto a tree and you screw it in, and it pulls out this long, skinny, straw-shaped sample of the tree, so you can see the different growth rings that occur in the tree. There are a few main structures inside of a tree that help it to grow and survive. The pith is the first ring that ever happened on the tree, the first growth. And from that, we get the heartwood, so all of the wood inside of the tree. On the outside layer, we have the cambium and sapwood layers. The cambium layer is the layer that's adding more growth rings, and the sapwood layers are moving the nutrients up and down the outside of the tree. On the very outside layer of the tree, you can see a lot of bark. The reason that trees have bark is to protect them against anything that might come up. Something that might want to eat the tree, a fire that might come, would burn the bark before it burns the part of the tree that needs to be able to grow. So when you look at trees, you'll notice that there's two different kinds of rings. There's a light colored ring, and that ring is the growth that happens in spring or summer. That's because there's a lot of water available. It's called the early growth ring, and that's when the tree is going to do most of the growing. And winter, they have the late growth ring, which is the darker color. They're going to be thinner rings because there's not as much water available to them. You'll also notice on this tree cookie that there are different scarrings, and those black scars are where there were different fires that burned the tree. When it's a really hot fire or really intense, it's going to leave that scarring. You'll also notice that there's kind of this divot here. That was a really, really intense fire that happened early on in the life of the tree. And then the tree tried to heal itself by growing around to try to cover that up a little bit more.